So guys, we'll talk about some of the hot burning topics today. I've been getting some DMs about what to do with Kane, what to do with Robo, Trent. So we'll talk all about it. I guess it will help others also. And we'll also talk about some of the players that I have in my watch list and what I'm going to do with my team. I personally still have not made any kind of transfer yet. I still have 2 of them. So yeah, we'll talk about that too. So let's not waste any time and get into it. So firstly, let's talk about Son. Now, I have been asked a lot about what to do with Son, and I personally also have Son and Kane. So I personally might just remove Son for Fernandes, but yeah, I think that would be the most popular pick right now, Son to Fernandes or Ziyech. So if you don't already have Grealish, I don't think Grealish is also that bad of an option. But thing about Fernandes is, Man United are not really like the safe kind of team, you know, they kind of can be hot and cold at times. So yeah, they did win last game week, and maybe they will win against West Brom with some quite margin. But still, I think West Brom are one of those desperate teams, you know, who kind of need results right now. So I feel like the results might go anywhere. So I'm not saying that Bruno is not a good choice for next game week, but I personally might not go for Bruno because after that game I need Vardy in my team. So yeah, if you are opting for Bruno, I mean bringing in Bruno for Son, I don't think that's the bad choice. And another thing is about Ziyech. So I think until Kai Havertz, Pulisic, these players return, I feel like Ziyech is a very good choice, because I feel like when Kai Havertz and Pulisic return, when they are fit, there might just be some kind of rotation with Ziyech. So we have seen that Werner might be a rotation risk. That might be also followed by Ziyech too. So I don't think for now Ziyech is any kind of problem, but in near future there might just be some kind of problem. I only see the price of Ziyech rising. So I don't feel like, if you are thinking of removing Son for Fernandes, Ziyech or Grealish, I don't find any kind of problem in that, considering how they are playing right now and considering their fixtures. I don't like dwelling on stats too much. According to stats, Son is way ahead of Fernandes, Ziyech or Grealish with the expected goals and expected assists and all that kind of stuff. But still, I feel like looking at the fixtures right now, I feel like it wouldn't be a big problem going into the next options of Fernandes, Ziyech or Grealish instead of Son. I personally might just leave Son and Kane in my team for this game week against Man City, because we all know how that game will pan out. Man City will have most possession, and Son and Kane, I mean Spurs might just stay back. Maybe they might get something in the counter attack. So for me right now, my thinking process is I might just keep Son and Kane, don't do any kind of transfer. So that might change later if there are some kind of injuries after the international break. But for now, I feel like I will keep Son and Kane against Man City. Now moving into the another heart-burning topic is Robo and Trent. Now since we have got this news about Joe Gomez that he's also injured, I think Fabinho is also injured right now. That leaves quite less option in the defense. So we did talk about this before the FPL season started. You know, I mean before the season started, I did kind of mention how the defensive depth of Chelsea and Man City is too big compared to the Liverpool team. I mean there are too many center backs at the Chelsea and Man City team compared to the Man City team. Not only center backs but also the fullbacks. So I think that kind of has been now prevailing about how injuries is kind of making it difficult for Liverpool to continue this season. So let's hope they do good. But I think if you have Robo and Trent, and if you are thinking like, okay, this is the time to get rid of Robo and Trent and get someone else, I don't think that's a bad option, considering how everyone is injured now in the Liverpool side. As of now, when I'm recording this, there's not been any kind of confirmed news how long Joe Gomez will be out. He has had his first successful surgery. So according to what I read in Bleacher's report, he might even be out for the entire season. So that has not been ruled out. So yeah, as of now, as I said, when I'm recording this, it's not confirmed about Joe Gomez. But still, if you are thinking of removing Robo and Trent, I think this might be the right time. Now, I'll get into some of the mainstream and maybe differential picks, cheap and expensive kind of defenders you can replace Trent or Robo with. So I'll start with the most expensive or maybe kind of expensive premium kind of defenders. I think if you don't have Chilwell, I think that it is the most obvious pick you should go for. If you have Robo or Trent and you want to remove them for a good, reliable defender, I think Chilwell is the one right now. And if you already have Chilwell, my second pick would be Cresswell. Now, not everyone thinks Cresswell is a good choice because he does not play for a comparatively big team. You know, he does not play for let's say Man City or Liverpool or Chelsea, you know. But still, if you watch him last game week, like, there cannot be a better option for that price range, you know. Taking free kicks, taking corners, and he almost scored, he almost assisted. As I always said in my stream last time, almost doesn't get you points in FPL, but still, it's like the process. You have to trust the process. So I feel like I'm pretty safe with Cresswell looking at his performance, and also Kufal. The both of them were very good. Yeah, maybe we can argue that West Ham don't have the best run of fixtures compared to maybe Aston Villa or Crystal Palace right now. But still, we do know that West Ham can defend, and they have proved that in the beginning of the season. They had very difficult matches, but still, they did kind of protected themselves from conceding a lot of goals. So I feel like I'm pretty safe with Cresswell. I might just double up with Kufal also. I'm not sure. We'll talk about him later in a while. But for now, I think Chilwell is the most obvious pick. If you don't have that kind of money, go for Cresswell. And you feel like Cresswell is too low-key for you, I think, and if you are looking for kind of expensive defender who is kind of doing good, I think that should be PVA. I mean Van Aanholt. So yeah, now he just started playing. I don't think I have enough data to show you the statistics, but still, if you are watching the matches, eye test, if you just do the eye test, as I said, I don't want to rely too much on stats. I tried that and it kind of backfired, so I kind of am trying to watch the matches and see how players are doing. And PVA is one of those players who's getting in the box a lot. He's kind of like doing attacking too much, and the run of fixtures, the upcoming run of fixtures for PVA are too good to be ignored. Now next game is against Burnley away, and then Newcastle, and then West Brom. Yeah, they are not the best defensive side, Crystal Palace, as they have now started playing attacking kind of football, as we did see against Leeds. But still, they have players returning from injury now, and that is one of the reasons I think they have stopped playing that defensive game, and I think that is good for everyone. And against Burnley, maybe there might not be a lot of goal, but I kind of see a clean sheet for Crystal Palace in that game because of how bad Burnley are doing attacking wise, but defensive wise Burnley look pretty good. So against Burnley there might be a clean sheet for Crystal Palace. Against Newcastle maybe not, but against West Brom again, West Brom are kind of doing good. I think not the best, but as I said, West Brom are kind of desperate now. They kind of need to score, you know. But still, West Brom are not one of those teams who just stay back. They kind of like attacking. So that is one of the good thing about West Brom, you know, watching them play. And so yeah, PVA is like kind of differential, like still for 5.4. If you compare Cresswell for 5.1 and PVA for 5.4, like Cresswell takes free kicks, he takes corners, and he has pretty good fixtures. Not the best one, but still reliable ones. So I feel like if you have Chilwell, go for Cresswell, or else go for PVA if you want to go for a differential in the expensive bracket, you know. Now let's talk about the cheap players. I mean the budget players, you know, not too budget, but still I think everyone, most of them already have KWP. I mean Kyle Walker-Peters. They already have them. If you already have him, maybe keep him. Don't do anything with him. But if you are thinking of buying him, I think you might want to look at somewhere else, you know. The upcoming fixtures for Southampton don't look pretty good. Yeah, they are doing kind of defensively good right now recently, but still I think there's value in some other players too right now. So easily the other two players that you might want to look at are Kufal and Target. Now I personally, as I said, might just bring in a defender this game week and not do anything to my team, and I might just bring in Kufal or Target. So for this I kind of made a comparison of how they are performing right now. You can like just make a judgment with just stats. As I said, Kufal has only played 5 games, Target has played 7 games, although the underlying stats of Target is too good, like the shots taken, you know, and attacking wise and all these kind of things are better for Target, but the FPL points returns have been better for Kufal, you know. The assist is better for Kufal, the bonus points is better for Kufal, but the number of crosses are kind of similar, so you can make a lot of judgment on that. But still, as I said, if you compare the stats, Kufal and Target is way ahead of Kufal, but still Target has played 2 more games than Kufal. But according to points, I think Kufal might be the one you should go for. So I'm not sure who is the one I might personally go for. Maybe I'll make the selection in the stream in the upcoming days, but I have not done any kind of transfer, as I said. So I feel like I might just bring in Kufal or Target, but I already have Martinez, so that is one of the thing that's making me not want to go for Target, because I don't want to double up on Aston Villa. As I said, they are not the super consistent team, Aston Villa. I still want to wait on them before I kind of triple up on them. So yeah, Kufal might be a better one for now, not looking at the stats, but still, there's no problem I think going for Target or Kufal. Now, in cheap bracket also, budget player bracket also, one of my differential pick is the Crystal Palace defender Klein. Now, the Klein has started 3 games straight, and Mitchell is injured, Ward is injured, so I feel like until then, Klein is a very nail-on choice. But the only reason why I'm selecting Klein for this 4.5 bracket range is because of his upcoming fixtures. So there might be some clean sheets for Crystal Palace, so you can ask a lot of value from just 4.5 player. And yeah, Klein is not as consistent, I would say, but still, looking at the upcoming 3 fixtures for Klein, I don't think that's the worst idea. If you might want to go for some kind of differential pick, if you think that Kufal, if you think Walker Peters, Target, these are 2 mainstream picks for you, you might want to look at Klein. I don't think that's the worst idea. So yeah, regardless of who you are replacing in the defense, if you ask me, I think I'll give you the list of these expensive and cheap options to you. So I don't think it's bad time to remove Trent and Robo. If you are removing Robo or Trent, I think these might be the optimal good choice for replacement. Now let's talk about another player that I have been asked a lot about, and that is Kane. Now I personally am gonna I think I'm just gonna leave Kane in my team for this game week, because the reason I think I don't need to remove Kane is because he has been consistently returning points since game week 2. He has not blanked since then. He has been returning points consistently, and as I said, from game week 6 to game week 8, I captained Kane entire time, and he returned me at least something. He did not blank at all. So I feel like there's no reason I need to remove Kane. Yeah, the fixtures are bad, I know, but still, as I said, Man City are a pretty attacking team, and against Arsenal, I feel like there might be something for Kane. But still, we do know how Man City versus Spurs will go. Man City will be having a lot of position. They will be attacking. Spurs might just sit back and maybe wait for a counter attack. And I think there is some kind of point return for Son and Kane. So I might just leave Son and Kane in my team for this game week. I might just do that and maybe bring Vardy for Mope after this game week. So I'm not completely decided. But as I said, if you want to remove both of them, do it. If you think there are better options, if there is something that I don't know about them that you do, please do it. Why not? But I personally might just keep Kane this game week. I'm pretty sure I will keep Kane unless he's injured or have some kind of coronavirus. So yeah, I will keep Kane this game week. Maybe I might get rid of Son. I'm not sure, but I feel like there's no reason to get rid of Kane yet. If you want to kind of make money for Fernandes, maybe do it. But still, I feel like Fernandes is good for only this game week. After that, I'm not very sure. Yeah, the fixtures kind of look good, but still, if you are watching the matches, playing against Southampton is not that easy right now. They are doing pretty good, attacking wise and defensively. Yeah, they don't have Ings. Maybe that might kind of reduce the goal threat, but still, they are doing pretty good. Against West Ham, we do know how West Ham plays against big teams. They might just keep clean sheet. West Ham might just keep clean sheet. So for this game week, if you are someone using a free hit or something, maybe go for Fernandes. But I mean, for a longer term, I would rather prefer Vardy over Fernandes. So yeah, that's what I personally think. So in my team, personally, I kind of have to make a lot of sacrifices if I want to bring in Bruno Fernandes. So I might just not bring him in this game week. I might just sacrifice, and let's hope that Bruno might blank or something, but still, that's a real low probability. United are playing against West Brom at home, but still, there is a probability that West Brom might just get something in this game. As I said, they are kind of now desperate to get something in this league. So yeah, Kane, Robertson, Trent, and Son were the most asked question in my Instagram DM. So I think I kind of have covered about them, what I'm personally going to do with them. So I think this kind of helped everyone who own them and might be thinking of shipping them out or bringing them in. So I think I'll move to the other topic. So if you have anything you want to talk about, do write it in the comment section or maybe DM me in the Instagram. The link is given below. Now, moving on to some other players who were kind of less talked than those above 4 I talked about. Some players that I have in my watch list, but I still have some kind of problem with them. But still, regardless, these are very good players with good fixtures and in-form players. So I think I'll start with Watkins. Now, I kind of got asked about Mope, what to do with him. I personally am not hugely happy with Mope. I know I do have him. He's not performing pretty good right now, but still, I want to get rid of Mope, but I only have 2 transfers. I can't get rid of everyone. So I think I might just leave Mope in my team for this game week. And if you are one of those who is kind of trying to remove Mope, I think Watkins is the best choice for you in that kind of bracket range. Yeah, there is Bamford, and there might be Mitrovic and other players in that bracket range. But I think why Watkins is a good choice is because his fixtures are too good, and Aston Villa are doing good, and he's also on penalties, which Bamford isn't. So I feel like there shouldn't be an argument between Bamford and Watkins as of now, looking at the run of fixtures and considering how he's on penalties. So yeah, if you are one of those managers trying to remove Mope, go for Watkins. I personally don't want to have Watkins in my team instead of Mope, because for once I want to have Vardy in my team. So that means I'll have to remove Calvert-Lewin or Kane, so I don't want to do that. So I need one space for a striker, so I can bring in Watkins. And another reason is I already have Grealish and Martinez, and I'm not sure if I want to triple up on Aston Villa players. As I said, they can be kind of inconsistent sometimes, but that's just me. So if you are one of those managers of thinking about Watkins, Grealish and Martinez, or some other Aston Villa assets, might be Barkley, Target, these kind of players, if you want to triple up them, do it. I think this is the best time to do it, because looking at their fixtures and the way they are winning, I think this is a good time to have Aston Villa players. But as I said, they can be inconsistent sometimes. Now, another player that was talked a lot about in my stream was Cancelo. Now, I personally don't like the idea of Cancelo because of his rotation risk, but I kind of was monitoring the Man City team, because I had Sterling and I wanted to see how he was doing so that I could make a decision if I keep him or sell him. So according to the lineups, the popular pick for Pep Guardiola is that he uses Zinchenko in the Champions Leagues and he uses Cancelo in the Premier League. So that's what is kind of happening right now. I feel like still Cancelo might be a rotation risk, so that is one of the reasons. And for that 5.4, I think I'd rather go for Cresswell. Yeah, I know the fixture for De Bruyne is not bad, but still, as I said, Cresswell is doing pretty good, and he's on direct free kicks, he takes corners, and he's just 5.1. He's cheaper than Cancelo, but still, yeah, as I said, not everyone will be happy with Cresswell because he's not playing for a big team. And looking at the defense, of Man City team, that Laporte and Diaz partnership looks pretty strong. Now, I heard that Ake is also injured. I don't know the extent of his injury, but still, they still have enough depth. Man City still have enough depth in their team. They still have Garcia, still have Stones in their team. So I don't feel like going for Cancelo is a bad idea. But just for me, I personally don't like to have a lot of rotation risk players. So if you are thinking of Cancelo, maybe do it. But I personally don't want to go for Cancelo because I think there are better options there. Now, another question that I got in my stream was about the Burnley defense. Now, one of the question was, is it a good idea to go for Taylor? So, according to the last match against Brighton, now Ben Mee had returned, and I think that kind of did have a positive impact on their team. But still, if Welbeck was kind of clinical enough, I think there would have been some pretty huge margin between Burnley and Brighton that game. Yes, like Burnley defense is not the same one that we saw last season. The Pope, Tarkowski and Ben Mee partnership might not be the same as last season, but I personally feel like maybe wait for Burnley defense because their fixtures are not the best one. They face Crystal Palace next, Man City, Everton. Man City and Everton are looking pretty good. They are the most attacking team right now, and I think for that 4.5 value, as I said, there are Kufal, Kyle Walker-Peters, and these kind of players you might want to go for rather than Taylor yet. I think it's way too early to go for Burnley players. As I said, their defense looked pretty good against Brighton team, but if there was a better attacking team instead of Brighton that day, there would have been some quite margin against Burnley in game week 8. Now, one of the messages I got about was James Rodriguez. So this was not only in my DM but also in the live stream. A lot of people are trying to get rid of James Rodriguez, and I personally am not the owner of James Rodriguez. I don't have him in my team, but I still kind of am confused why people are trying to get rid of James Rodriguez. Maybe, as I said, maybe because they are seeing kind of value in Grealish or Zaha or Ziyech, so they might feel like their price is rising, so they might want to get rid of Hammers to get them before their price increases, or before they miss their good fixtures. So I personally feel like there's no need to get rid of James Rodriguez. I just feel like that will be a waste of transfer since all the players will be returning soon. Digne has returned, Richarlison will return next game week. So I think that will only improve Everton's attack threat, So I don't feel like you have to remove James Rodriguez, but some people might be kind of tempted with the Grealish fixture, or the Zaha penalty taking duty, or the Ziyech fixtures and his price rise. So I don't see any problem with that, but I feel like if I had James Rodriguez, I think I wouldn't rush to get rid of him. Maybe just wait against Fulham and maybe decide that, yeah, James kind of has been an injury risk and maybe a little inconsistent, but still, we do know he has the capability and quality. And Everton's sides players are kind of returning from injury. So I feel like maybe if you have James Rodriguez, I think I personally would keep him one more game week to see against Fulham, and maybe if he does not do super good that game, maybe get rid of him after that. So as the season go on, a lot of managers tend to put a lot of money in midfield and forwards, and I don't think that's wrong, because as I've always said, midfielders are the one that end up with most points at the end of the season. So I don't think that's wrong in any way. But if there is a slot in your team where you want just cheapest defender who just plays for you, Mitchell was that kind of defender. Sturridge is still not the confirmed 11, and Mitchell is now injured, and there are not a lot of players for that kind of 4.1 4.0 bracket range. Kilman was one of those, but he's already 4.3, and still I feel like Kilman is a rotation risk with Size or Marcel. So yeah, if you are one of those managers who is looking for a super cheap defender who at least plays 90 minutes, who at least starts, who isn't a rotation risk, that is, I think, Lewis from Newcastle. Yes, I know he does not have the best fixtures, or he's not from the biggest team right now. Let's not say biggest, but still the team who's performing super good defensively. But for that kind of price range, you don't have to worry about rotation risk. He'll definitely start. He'll definitely play, and he might just come off from a bench to replace someone if someone misses the game, and you can use that 0.2 or 0.1 money somewhere else in the midfield or defense. So yeah, Lewis is not like the go-to player, but if you are one of those managers who's looking for a player who just plays, who just plays and saves you some money, so that if you are short of 0.1 0.2 that kind of money and you want to invest in midfield or attack, I think you can change some of the expensive defenders to Lewis for 4.3. But one thing I have to say before getting him is, you can't expect a lot from Lewis, but still he plays. He at least is not a rotation risk like Kilman or maybe Mitchell or Sturridge. So yeah, I think this will be pretty much it. I think I have kind of covered everything. If not, I think I will cover things in next video. I'll be coming out with the wildcard team maybe tomorrow or the after tomorrow, as soon as possible. I don't know how many of you are wildcarding, but if you are, I think that will be of some help. Yeah, I'll be coming out with the wildcard video tomorrow. I'll let you guys know about that. And as I say, if I make any kind of transfer, if there is a live stream that I can make to, or if there's any kind of problem, I'll firstly post it in the Instagram. So yeah, it's public, you can check it out. There's the link below. Yeah, and guys, I only need 30 more subscribers to hit 1.5k subscribers. So yeah, please help me with that. And yeah, I'll be coming out with more contents. It's kind of a festive season in my country right now, so I kind of have been busy, but still I hope I'll come out with the wildcard team as soon as possible. And yeah, everyone, happy Diwali. So yeah, bye bye for now.